As families gather for the holidays, incarcerated parents and their children are forced to remain apart. That's because the pandemic has halted all in-person visitation at prisons across the United States. But Miss USA Asya Branch hopes her program can help bridge the distance. Love Letters has provided hundreds of stationery supplies and stamps for children and incarcerated parents to keep in touch. And Asya Branch joins me now. Asya, welcome back. Tell us how the Love Letters program works and why you're seeing a greater need for it now.
Love Letters is a program providing stationery and stamps to inmates in order for them to write their loved ones to keep that family bond strong. Initially, because it helps when you have that connection, when you're reintegrated into society, you have that family foundation and support there to help you continue to be a productive citizen. So it helps with children and parents and loved ones, and so it's more important now than ever because the holiday season is a tough time for children of incarcerated parents, no matter the age. Lacking that loved one there, it really hits hard, and so Love Letters is important during the holidays, but during any time, especially during this pandemic, because that connection. And having someone to talk to, being able to communicate with your parent or your loved one is extremely important. So being able to provide inmates with the means necessary to keep that connection is very important.
I think it's very interesting. Our viewers just saw some statistics about the majority of people who are actually in prison are a parent to a minor child. And this is deeply personal to you, Asya. Tell us what inspired to create Love Letters for you back in 2017.
I was speaking in a local jail to some mothers, and I was sharing how much it meant to me to have the letters from my father and how I have kept every single one of them, and just knowing that he cared about me enough to write me a letter just really stuck with me, and it helped us keep our relationship strong through distance. And I had a mother speak up and say that she didn't have the means necessary to have the money on her books in order to purchase stationery and stamps to write her children, because the people that are taking care of her children would be the ones to put the money on her books, and they weren't able to at the time. And so I figured stationery and stamps is something simple enough that we could donate in order to make that big difference within those mothers' lives, so that they could actually keep up with their children, ask them how they're doing in school, and continue being a parent in their lives, even if it is just through letters.
And you were only 10 when your father was incarcerated. When you used to write letters to your dad, what kinds of things meant the most to you to tell him and to hear in his letters back to you?
Just how much that he loved me and how proud of me he was. I always loved sharing anything that was going on in school or in my life, anything that I had done well that week or anything at all just made me feel good to be able to share with him. Just having that opportunity to share information about myself and what's going on in my life made me feel like our connection was strong and that it was there. And so we talked about everything under the moon, from academics to future career paths and paths that I hope to go down in life. We talked about boys. I mean, anything that you would talk about with your parents, that's what we talked about in our letters. And he continued to provide me with Bible verses and just motivation to keep me on the right path in life.
And Asya, your family has experienced something that many Americans are experiencing for the first time, spending the holidays away from loved ones. Given your own personal experience, what is your advice?
Just make people feel welcome and important, because I know growing up without my father there, it was an extremely difficult time for me, because I knew that all the families around me were gathering for the holidays, and my mom may have been working late or unable to be there with us and to provide us that experience that we longed for. And so just making sure that those children around you feel welcome. If you're able to work with the angel trees and give them the necessities that they need around the holiday season, or if your child has a friend whose parent may be incarcerated, invite them over for dinner, invite them to an event or something that you're doing with your loved ones. Just make them feel welcome and make them feel loved this holiday season, because I guarantee you they'll appreciate it.
All right, Asya Branch, thank you.